Hopefully it works. We'll see. And then we will start our discussion. If you guys are good with discussing, I'm sure you'll have lots to share too. Post if you have something to share. Would you share it in the chat for sure? So while we're talking, if you have something great to share and you know about something causing whatever process, share it in our chat because we'd love to see that. And then if there's anybody else needs to hop on, go invite them now and give them the live stream Zoom link. So we'll get going. Okay.
So question, Michelle, will we be able to, will people then, if we want to show people this video later, they'll be able to watch it?
They'll be able to watch the replay. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Yep. Okay, thanks.
I forgot I was going to do it live in the Facebook event too. So this we're talking to the choir here. You know, we all know that's why we join in living, you know, and so I'm sending this to Essentially Inspired, our group of 500 people. So hopefully they'll see this and they'll get inspired by some of our stories. But I also, if you have a friend that you've invited to the event, I'll go live in there and then they can watch the replay in there too, if they're not members yet. Okay, so if they're not members, they'll be able to watch a replay of some sort. So, okay, hold on just a minute. Let's see if this goes. It's up here. Nope, there we go. All right. Okay, so welcome to our class. I call it the Low-Tox class because it's just getting trendy. We're going low-tox. And so all the products here are low-tox. And I heard some young little girl, like 20-something girl, she's like, and it's low-tox and it's an awesome little perfume and it's low-tox. And I'm like, I guess we're going to call it low-tox when we've been doing it for like, you know, how many years? You might have been doing low-tox for like a longer time. So actually that would be fun to know in the comments. If you could share your low-tox journey of how long you've been going low-tox, you know, that would be awesome. So think back like how many years. So what we're going to do in this class is we are sharing about some of the chemicals which we're ditching, why we're ditching these, and then the 3 best categories for us to start ditching and swapping to the low-tox categories. So I love these 3 categories. They're going to be the Thieves category, which Tori is going to talk about. There's going to be the skincare categories, just the top favorites. We have a lot of skincare and beauty and bath products and stuff. So Stephanie's going to talk about that. And then I'll go through the Savvy Minerals makeup, just a little brief of Savvy Minerals. So if you like those products, we would love it if you would share in the comments what your favorites are and how you use them. So if you have been using, I'd love to know what you're here to learn about. So where are you from in the comments? Tell us where you're from and if there's anything you wanted to specifically, a product line that you want to learn about. So if you can do that, drop that in the comments. And if you're joining us in Essentially Inspired, I will put the Zoom link in so you can join us. And if you are joining us in the event, in our Low-Tox event, please join us with the link too, so you don't have to watch my beautiful face and you'll get to see everyone's. Okay, all right. So all right, so right now, especially people, so let's talk about our products. Now, people are going on the wellness kick right now, especially with what's going around with the global pandemic, okay? They are looking at what products, they might be looking at what are safe and natural and what is out there in the market. And there's a huge uprise. People are buying lots of natural products. They're being more self-conscious about what they're doing. And I actually posted in the class something recent from the American Lung Association. So go find that link. And it talks about your household products, which have been way used more, right? We've all been buying more, all of the bleaches and the cleaners and the hand sanitizers. These are, that Lung Association is warning us that we are going there. They can cause health problems like throat irritations, headaches, respiratory issues, allergic reactions, asthma, you know, and you may not, and even cancer. And you may not have thought maybe they're the cleaners and your laundry detergents, your dryer sheets. You may not be realizing they're your shampoos, your hairsprays, your skincare. So think about that, and then that's what we're going to jump to and talk about here. Okay, love that. And so the chemicals we're going to avoid, and then I'm going to ask Amanda to share her story about like what caused Amanda a little bit about her story. She told me she had a story about chemicals and a reaction. So the things we're going to avoid are formaldehyde, if you may not know, but there's a lot of hidden formaldehyde in your lotions and your cosmetics and your baby wipes. Those are carcinogens. They cause skin problems and respiratory irritations, just basically. So a deeply carcinogenic. You've got your phthalates, which are a group of chemicals that are in personal care products and plastics and vinyls, and they are wreaking havoc on your endocrine system, your reproductive health, and eventually possibly cancer. Your VOCs, which are the gases emitted into the air and all of your in maybe candles or sprays or personal care products, those are causing also wreaking havoc on your nervous system and other organs. You have SLS, which you probably know. A lot of us in here know this, but it's just a simple ingredient that they add, but it causes the bubbling agents in your detergents, your cleaners, your dishwasher, and your laundry soaps. But these cause potential skin irritation. So buildup of that might cause your skin irritation. You've got other things like triclosan. Fragrance is a huge hidden word for formaldehyde and other ingredients. And I know these ladies here and you all are here, you know, fragrance doesn't mean it just means chemical. It's another word for synthetic chemical. And triclosan is another one that is actually in your toothpaste, your cosmetics, even your clothing, furniture, toys. So if you really want to go deep, maybe finding, the organic clothing, I haven't gone that route yet, but I've gone with my products. We'll start there, little by little, have grace. And hey, if you can switch one thing out after today, that would be lovely to hear, and try one of these products. Okay, so that's all I wanted to share about that. Amanda, do you want to share a little bit of your story real quick?
Hi. Sure. So Michelle and I were just chatting before the class, and she just learned that I had a story, and so she asked me to share it, and I said, of course I will. So I will try to be brief. But basically, when I moved into my house in 2003, this house, it was brand new build in a brand new neighborhood. And this was way before my young living life as well. So I was just doing all the regular stuff, regular products, regular cleaning products and candles and all that jazz, air freshener. And but I was like not really sick. I was a little overweight, but other than that, I was in pretty good health. So we moved in here, and Tori helped me move into this house, and we were moving from an apartment that I was upstairs. So, down and upstairs, carrying heavy boxes, things like that. I was fine. I was mobile. I was like pain-free. I was fine. We moved into this house, and within a couple of weeks, like it started, it gradually got worse until it peaked really bad. And then it kind of like gradually went down. But within a couple of weeks of moving in this house, I noticed I was waking up really, really achy. And then it got to the point that I wake up and I was in my early 20s or late 20s maybe. And I'd feel like I had arthritis. I felt like I turned into like a 90-year-old body, and I'd have to hobble around the house. So anyways, to keep it brief, because I went through a lot, this started in February when we moved in. I would say by late summer and early fall, it peaked, and I was really, really bad. Like one night, my whole body just actually like locked up in pain, and I literally couldn't even get up. My husband had to get me up, and I was just sobbing, and we went to the emergency room. So it was a whole bunch of trips to specialists, rheumatologists, all kinds of, I had x-rays, I had blood tests, my inflammation markers, like my CRP and my SED rate were like 6 to 8 times higher than they should be. So my body was really inflamed. I had a lot of different symptoms. It was the muscle pain. It was the joint pain. Eventually, they did diagnose me with arthritis. I was on all kinds of arthritis medications. I was on, as well as arthritis medications, I was on like Vicodin, what do you call those, narcotic drugs. Really, those would only take away 50% of my pain. So I don't even know how I managed to work through all that, except for the fact that I had to work. So I felt like I didn't really have a choice, but it was just a lot of suffering, a lot of tests. I had MRIs, like I said, x-rays. They were not finding anything except for my inflammation markers were high and what I was symptomatic with. So as gradually as it came on, you know, a couple years later, it kind of gradually was going away. I didn't want to be on those medicines anymore. I was at that time starting to see ads about if you're on Bextra and Celebrex and Vioxx, you know, you could have heart attack, stroke, you know, and all these like major things. I'm like, I'm in my 20s. Like, I need to get off of this stuff. So I just weaned myself off. And I was still achy, but I gradually got better. And all those things that I was diagnosed with were gone. I mean, I had like low-grade fever. I had vertigo. I was puking until like I broke out my blood vessels. Like, it was bad. Like 2003 was like the worst year of my life. Bad. And so after all that is when I started researching and looking for answers and found out that there is something called sick building syndrome. And you guys can Google that. I was actually Googling before this class. It's even on the National Institute of Health. So it's on like reputable websites as well. It's a real thing, sick building syndrome. And I am 100% convinced that that's what I went through, because I was fine the day I moved in. And that was the only thing that changed. And I got super, super ill. And just so you know, sick building syndrome, when everything is brand new, it's off-gassing. And so like Michelle, you mentioned formaldehyde, there's like formaldehyde, benzene, all these super toxic chemicals in everything from the particle board to the drywall, to the carpet, to the flooring, and the glues that they use, and just everything. And so for me, and I'm not saying everybody goes through that same experience, because they don't, but you don't have to go through that experience to have toxins be affecting you. A lot of times, maybe you don't even feel symptomatic, and the next thing you know, you just come up with cancer. And so, like I posted in the group, the thing about autoimmune diseases and cancer and all these things are not, they're not genetic. I mean, barely, like 5% of them are genetic. Most of it has to do with our environment. So I'm trying to talk fast and get it done with so I can go back to you. But yeah, that's what I went through. It's awful.
We can't hear you.
You want me to try to read my lips? I did not know. That is crazy. Oh, thank you for sharing. That is one reason why we can overload our body and we don't know it. And yeah, our bodies can react. They finally give up. They just, you know, after so much of a load. What is something that you want to switch out? You guys want to jump in and talk real quick? What is something you think would be your next, one of those products that has triclosan or SLS or formaldehyde fragrance? What would you like to switch out? Go ahead and shout it out real quick. You can unmute.
I want to switch out my laundry detergent. I've been doing the kind that you see at the store that seem more natural, or, you know, free from this and free from that. And, you know, I've been this journey a long time to try and get rid of chemicals. I've done really well at chemicals in my food, but now I'm realizing all the chemicals in the house. So that's one thing, is the laundry detergent. I use dryer balls. I don't use dryer sheets anymore. I use the diffuser with the oils, and no more candles and no more Glade sprays and all. Oh, those stuff are full of chemicals.
Yay. Yay, oils. Awesome. Cool. Anyone else? I feel like I've switched out almost everything. My shaving cream I haven't done, but I just use bath gel. I don't know. Okay. Well, if you think of it, now you can take notes. One thing we have to reiterate and brag on is that Young Living's purity. So before we go into our favorite products, I just want to say a few things about what is so cool about Young Living's. Not only everything on the label is going to be already researched. They know what it causes, they know, and the ingredients that they're putting in our products are going to be the seed to seal quality commitment. So they've done all the work for me. I just have the easy button that I can order and try it. So that's called Seed to Seal, and Young Living stands out among all the other companies. And I'll say for me, when I started switching and ditching my products, there was an adjustment period because it's natural. But then I realized, wow, my teeth actually feel like teeth. Like they're different. My clothes actually feel like clothes. I didn't realize what a non-chemical, like non-toxic load products would feel like. They feel different. My dishes tasted different when I got rid of fragrance and formaldehyde. And I can't not. I love that products so much. My skin, getting rid of that anyway, the products have improved 100%. Amazing. So that that, just so you know, there's a few things that they promise. They promise that their plant material is grown carefully. They have partner farms and farms that you can visit. They have sustainable and agricultural sourcing and practicing. They are providing the purest oils. They don't use pesticides and they hand weed their fields. So you're just knowing you're getting the best products. And they also make sure that their process, which is a proprietary process for distilling oils and all the product and getting the oils that are in our products, they're getting the best natural constituents, which is important because they stand out against other oils companies. So they're going to use the best. You can trust the best. And I just love bragging on it. So, all right. So here we go. I'm going to talk about Thieves, our Thieves line. And I'd love for Tori. She's been in a process of ditching and switching the Thieves. Cool. I see someone loves the toothpaste, right? You didn't realize that your teeth actually feel good. You have that gritty, like, feeling after effect. No, they're shiny and pearly and like smooth. Anyway, I love the toothpaste. Anyway, and just, you got to get over the difference. But then I will say this also, the natural stuff is the best natural stuff I've tried. Like, it actually works. They're not just watered down soaps. Okay. Anyway, I love that. Okay, so Tori, talk to us about Thieves and maybe your few favorites that they can.
Well, so I'm excited to talk about Thieves because I feel like this is one of the areas that's probably one of the easiest to make a switch. However, I did it all backwards, you guys. This was one of the last areas that I addressed. And looking back, if I could give any piece of advice for anyone, it would be start looking at the cleaning products and that type of thing that you're using, because I really feel like it's definitely much more important than what I was thinking that it was. Part of the reason was, you guys, is that I had a lot of very large containers of products because I shopped at Costco. And because I'm frugal, I just felt like I want to use all this up and then I'll make the switch. And so I just had a really hard time and I just thought, I'll just wait. Well, I was waiting a really long time, you guys, because I was trying to use all this stuff up. And so anyway, I just feel like addressing your laundry room, if that's something that you're interested in, it's a relatively easy switch. And then also your cleaning products. So I'm going to talk about my top favorite cleaning product from the Thieves line. So if you think Thieves is a funny name and why is it called Thieves, I'll just give you a quick backstory. In the 15th century, during the plague, there was a group of thieves. What they did is they applied botanicals to themselves to protect them. And when they stole from people that were dead and dying during the time of the plague, they were safe. They did not catch the plague. And so when the authorities caught them, they wanted to know what their secret was. And their secret was a blend of botanicals that they applied and they didn't get sick. And so the thieves or the authorities gave them more leniency because they revealed the secret to them. And what's cool is that Young Living has an oil called Thieves Oil, and it's based on that botanical. So it has 5 oils, rosemary, eucalyptus, lemon, cinnamon bark, and what's the other one, you guys? Rosemary. Yeah. And so it's an awesome blend. This is wonderful in the diffuser because everybody in the house gets to benefit. It's great for immune support, just like the the thieves in the 15th century used it for. And this is a roller of thieves, and I like to roll this up and down my lower spine for immune support. So this is wonderful. Anyway, Young Living then designed a whole line of personal care products and home care products based on that oil. And so hence the name Thieves. And so this is their cleaner, which is awesome. And what I like to do is I like to make a spray. And so I take 1 capful of the concentrate and I put it, this is a 16-ounce bottle, and I dilute it with, so 1 cap of the concentrate and then 16 ounces. I like to use distilled water. You don't have to, but I do just because it has less minerals and stuff in it. And this is my spray cleaner. So my favorite way to use this, you guys, is in my kitchen. So after I prep food, especially something like raw chicken, this is my go-to. And I love to spray it on my cutting boards. I spray it on my surfaces, and it's amazing. So quick story, and we can post this video in the comments, but I love research, and I thought, you know what, I think this is working really good, but I want to know. So what I did was I purchased some test strips like they use in the restaurants to test for protein residue. And I did my own experiment, and I took some raw chicken, spread it, rubbed it all over my countertop, and tested it to confirm that there was protein residue, which there was, sprayed it with my Thieves cleaner, cleaned it off, and then retested it with a clean strip, and I came up with a clean test, no protein residue. And so I will post the video in the comments. You guys, it was amazing. And I was so excited because it was like, oh my gosh, it's actually doing what I was hoping that it was doing. And so I feel super confident using this as my primary cleaner. It's great for wiping down toilets, all those germy things that you just want, you want to feel that it's clean. Great for wiping down doorknobs, light switches, all those often touch surfaces that, that I really like to keep clean in my house. So that's one of my favorite Thieves products. It's a versatile concentrate, and you can do other things with it. So if you want a little scrubbing, this is like a soft scrub that we made. So it's made with baking soda, a little bit of Castile soap, and some concentrate. And it just gives a little extra scrubbing power. So just to get your sinks really shining and stuff like that. So this is also just a little DIY that we made, with our Thieves cleaner. So anyway, that's one of my top Thieves products. Debbie, can you unmute?
Sorry, I've been with the kids doing their Chromebooks, and I'm poking my laptop and it's not doing anything. Can you repeat that about the scrubby cleaner?
I can post a recipe. We just made this. My sister and I made this. It has baking soda. I don't know the recipe off my top of my head, but it's got baking soda, Castile soap, and a little bit of Castile soap, some distilled water, and some Thieves concentrate. And so it's kind of like a paste, kind of like a runny, paste. I just have it in a little squirt bottle. So it's good if you just want extra scrubbing power. So, and I'll post the recipe that I use for that. My next favorite product is the hand soap. So I kind of have a story about the hand soap. So I was using up my great big containers of soft soap from Costco. And I was thinking, well, what's the big deal about switching hand soap? You just put it on and you rinse it off. Like, what's the big deal? How much harm could that be causing in our body? And what I found out was after I made the switch, I cannot even use regular soap anywhere. I actually carry my own little, I should have brought it in here, but my own little tiny pump that I carry in my purse. Because what happens is the scent from soaps are so strong, and the synthetic fragrance is one of the top ingredients that's so damaging to our body. And when you use it accidentally, like, someone's you know, in a restaurant or, you know, wherever you're using it, you realize the staying power that the synthetic fragrance has, and it just sticks to your body. And so anyway, hands down, hands, this is one of my very favorite switches. So this isn't the bottle that it came in. This is a mason jar. I ordered these pumps off of Amazon, put the concentrate in here, and I actually, you don't have to, but you can dilute the concentrate if you want, just to stretch it, make it go a little farther. And so I just put I do about half and half, or a third soap to 2/3 distilled water, and you have a great hand soap. And this is one of the best switches. And you guys, they came out with the Luscious Lemon hand soap too, which is amazing. So looking back, I wish I would have done the hand soap a long, long time ago. Probably one of my very favorite switches. So, okay, the next one, I've got 2 more things I'm going to talk about in the Thieves line. I could talk all night, but we have to move on and let other people talk. Thieves Toothpaste. So this was one of the, again, this was not a switch that I did right away because I had a lot to use up. And this is the whitening from Thieves. And oh, you guys, it's amazing. Little bit of an adjustment, getting used to not having the foaming action. Okay. But once you kind of get used to that, it's like, ooh, and you have, if you have to accidentally go back for some reason, because you don't have it with you or whatever, it's horrible. Like you can't stand all the foaming in your mouth. It's crazy. But this actually feels like your teeth have been polished at the dentist. It's not a real strong mint flavor, which, you know, is different. There's a little bit of a learning curve. But here's what I love about the toothpaste, you guys, is in your mouth, your tissues are highly absorbent. That's why some medications are made to go under your tongue to get in your system fast. Well, so you can imagine that anything that goes in your mouth is quickly and highly absorbed into your body. And we're talking about our head and our brain. And so all those chemicals are very, very rapidly being absorbed into our body. Even if we're, you know, we don't generally swallow toothpaste, but the fact that you're using it and, you know, it's in your mouth for a couple minutes anyway, it's being rapidly absorbed. So I would recommend people now, knowing what I know now, toothpaste should be one of the top things that you should consider as one of your switches early on. So whatever, you know, that's my 2 cents worth on the toothpaste. It's amazing. And then the last product that I want to talk about, you guys, is like, this is like my new love. I discovered this about a year ago when they gave it as a promo. So I'd seen it on the product list, but I was like, I don't think I really need this. I don't know. So, you know, there's other things I need worse. And so I got it and I fell in love with it. And now I'm never without it. So this is the fruit and veggie soak. And what you do is you put a capful of water or a capful of concentrate in about a half gallon of water. If you use a gallon of water, I do like 2 capfuls. And then I soak my fruits and vegetables for like 1 to 2 minutes. Surprisingly, you guys, there is like no taste at all. There's no residue. I soak it and then I rinse it and then I'm good to go. So I will make a big, like I use them in like big mixing bowls, and I'll come home with my grocery shopping. I'll lay all my vegetables out and fruits, and I'll just use the same wash and then just keep putting them in and then draining them. So I don't make a new wash for each batch. I don't know if you guys do. I think, you know, I just use the same one, you know, take out the blueberries, put in the strawberries, you know, that type of thing. You guys, this is amazing. And it's a little disgusting, the crud that you get off your fruits and vegetables. I am not kidding. You'll kind of be grossed out. And so it just makes me feel good, you know, to know that I'm doing this. It also comes in a little spray, which is convenient. If you don't want to mix up a basin, you can just spray it on an apple or do whatever. And anyway, this is something that I think is really pretty important. I know Twyla's kind of in love with this, right, Twyla? And I think, Sandra, you've used it, right? You love it. So it's a great switch, you guys. So anyway, those are my top favorite Thieves products. There's a lot more, but these are relatively easy switches, you guys. So if you're looking to make a switch and you don't want it to be too painful, these are pretty easy switches that you can incorporate. That's it, guys.
I love that. And you can get it monthly and get 25% back. So that comes in rewards points. So that saves you money. And then, or up to 25%. Or you can get it free with points, your rewards points, and try it. Once you try it, though, you may be hooked. So, yeah, it's amazing. Thank you.
Very,
idea.
Thank you, Tori. Very amazing. I took pictures too. I should have done more, but I haven't had to throw away my strawberries because they don't go bad so quick. I have noticed that really a lot. My raspberries and my strawberries, because I'm a big fruit and vegetable person. I'm plant-based. So I'm just like, wow, this saves me money and saves me money on top of that stuff. And it smells so good.
Yeah.
And the Thieves, just, I spray the Thieves bottle that I have just because a room deodorizer, because it smells good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing I like to do, I know Stephanie has done this too, is I don't put my good knives in the dishwasher. And so I wash them with soapy water and then I kind of lay them out on tail and I spray them with my Thieves spray and then wipe them out. Because I feel like if it's good enough for cleaning raw chicken juice, it's good enough for my knives. So just another little tip.
That's good. It's just another way to use Thieves. Like, it's the cheapest thing you could buy. It's cheaper than all your store cleaners. I was going to tell you real quick, if you want to go to on YouTube video, they have a YouTube video of Gary testing the soil with digize. And after it was treated with digize, there were no more, am I allowed to say this? There were no more pesticides in the soil. So
wow,
that's cool. So
wow.
that proves that digize, the formulation that he created, what he was trying to test it, and you know, how do you test, but he tested, how do you get it approved to say all that? But it's amazing that they tested the soil after treating digize, no pesticides. Pretty cool.
I like digize. I use it too. Yeah.
Digize is the ingredient, one of the ingredients in the fruit and veggie wash. So pretty cool. Digize is very cool, especially if you, I wonder if you put it in a capsule, how that would work. Interesting. Okay. I won't go there, but that's very fascinating. I love it. Okay. Let's talk now. So that whole process, that's a process. That might take you a year to ditch and switch and slowly transition your laundry, your bathroom, your kitchen. What about skincare or night routine? What are you going to talk about? Stephanie has been doing this with us for at least with Young Living for 4 years. Maybe 5, 4. And she's going to tell us about skincare. Go ahead, Stephanie.
Hi. Okay, so I have a really, really bad internet connection. Our internet has been down for the last 2 days. So I hope that you guys can hear me. You guys are currently all frozen on my screen, but maybe you can hear me. I switched rooms, so I'm hoping that's better.
We can hear you very well.
Okay, so first I want to say that the soft scrub that my mom talked about with the Thieves cleaner. So I am in the middle of painting my kitchen cabinets, and this is just a side note. And I don't put anything down on the counter just because I just want to get it done. And I'm like, I'll just clean it up later. So there's paint splatters, and I don't care about my counters because I'm talking my husband into getting new counters. So the messier they are, the easier it is to say, let's just rip them out, right? Well, I wanted to clean them. And so I was like, shoot, what am I going to clean all this paint with? Because I didn't think I was that messy of a painter, but I am. And so I took some drops of citrus fresh oil, dropped them all over my counter. Then I used the rest of that soft scrub, but I didn't have very much. So then I just took like a scoop of baking soda and sprinkled it all over my counter. And I took my big bottle of Castile soap and squirted that all over my counter. And then I like really rubbed it all in. And then I sprayed some Thieves cleaner on it and let it sit there. And guys, I'm not even kidding. The paint just came off. Like I just like wiped it and like all the paint was gone. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I've never had to do this before. So anyways, if you need to get paint off of something, try all those things, I guess.
That's a paint remover. I like it. Cool.
Okay, so yeah, the soft scrub works amazing. You guys can use that for literally everything. It makes my counters feel so soft and so nice and smooth. I love it. Okay, so back to like skincare. The first thing I want to say is your skin is hugely connected to your gut health. And so any products that you use are great. They're beneficial. They're going to help you. But if you're still eating a crap diet, your skin is going to show it. And your gut, you'll also feel it. So things for skincare that are important are going to be things like taking a probiotic, taking digestive enzymes, which I just started. And if you guys aren't taking a digestive enzyme, I highly, highly suggest that. And then like your probiotic is going to be like your Life 9, or if you don't want to take Life 9, you can take the little kids Mighty Pro like pixie stick ones, because they taste great and those ones work awesome too. So my daughter and me sometimes take those. So that's kind of where I want to start with. Then I'll talk about just a couple things, because I posted in the group yesterday, I think, some of the stuff I use at night, and the list is like way longer than I ever thought it would be, but I just wanted to write down all the things I used. And it was like 15 things. They weren't all for my face, but there were like other oils in there for other things. But it surprised me actually. So I have one of my favorite, not like necessarily facial skincare, but I have always been a like body wash person. Like I always bought body wash, got like a loofah, and like cleaned myself that way. And I've never been a bar soap person, because I didn't like it. I didn't like how it got like weird, and it would kind of like disintegrate, and just I didn't like it at all. So I always got body wash when I was younger. And I started using Young Living's bar soaps, and they are the best bar soap I've ever used. And I'm not even kidding. I didn't know that I could love a bar soap so much, but I do. And I also use it. So I started, and I actually have used Young Living's body washes, but I just wasn't a fan, just personal preference. Like I like the bar soap so much better. So if you haven't tried the bar soap, I highly suggest it. My husband loves the peppermint cedarwood one. That's his favorite. I like that one too. I also like the lemon sandalwood one. And I just recently got the Sacred Mountain one, which is great too. So try those if you haven't. Secondly, I don't have any of my products with me because I left them in the other room I was in, but another thing I want to talk about is the importance of exfoliating. So I love the Satin Mint facial scrub. That one, I actually use it probably like once a week, but I really like how that makes my skin feel. So usually when I use it, I will cleanse my face, generally with the charcoal bar soap, because that gets off a lot of like the impurities and a lot of like just the dirt and grime. Not that other soaps don't, or other face washes don't do that, but I feel like the charcoal bar soap does that specifically, really helps with that. So I'll wash my face with charcoal bar soap, then I'll tone. And then at the Young Living convention, we learned that it's beneficial to tone after. So like wash your face, charcoal bar soap, tone. I use the Art Toner. You want to use just a little bit of that, or it'll make your skin kind of feel a little bit sticky. So just like not too much, don't overuse. And then the Satin Mint facial scrub. And again, this I do like once a week. And then tone again, because you're still going to get stuff off. Like if you just wash your face with your makeup on and stuff, and you think like, oh, I'm basically just rubbing my makeup more into my face because it's not really coming off. And then like you tone and you get a ton of crap off your face after even washing it. And so that's part of why toning is so important too. So then after the second time I do toner, which even the second time I still get crap off my face. So still like toning twice, not a bad move. And then I do the Renewal Serum, which is amazing. If you guys haven't tried that, it's made out of like orchids and some like amazing oils. Really, really good for your skin, really moisturizing. You do want to make sure after you use the Renewal Serum that you do put on a moisturizer. So we learned that at beauty school. You do not want to just put on your Renewal Serum and be done. You need to put something on top of that. So whether you're using it at night and it's and you're using like Sheer Lumet or something after it, you can definitely do that. Or if you're using like the Art Light Moisturizer. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of just came up with things that I was going to talk about right now. So I'm sure I missed some of my favorites.
It's okay. I'm wondering if anyone here would have questions like what skincare, like anybody want any recommendations? Any? If you have teenagers, what would you recommend versus mature skin? What do you think, Stephanie? Are
you asking me?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just throwing.
I would say for like teenagers, I would either do the charcoal bar soap or the Orange Blossom face wash. I personally, I don't think the Orange Blossom face wash is very moisturizing. So if you need moisture, I definitely wouldn't use that one. But maybe you could, I don't know. You'd have to try it on your skin and see what you liked. But I would, so the new skincare line, the Bloom skincare line, I would highly recommend that one for people that, just because I like the Art Cleanser, it's okay. But again, I don't feel like that one's even as moisturizing as the Bloom one. And so I really like the Bloom. I like that it's a really easy system. I've used it, but I've been in this sort of time period of back to school and like just all this stuff where I haven't been super good about washing my face. But I will start using the Bloom again because there's I love it. And secondly, it's just so pretty. Like the serum or the essence is like so pretty. It has like these brightening, I can't remember what it is. Is it mica? That helps to like balance your skin and make it look, you know, bright and even. And yeah, so I would say like more mature skin, just get the Bloom system. I know it's like a little bit pricey. It's 150% worth it. Just get that. And then you can try a toner if you feel like you need a toner. I feel like toners are super important, but that's your call.
Yeah, no one taught me how to clean my skin until I was in my 30s. So now I'm taking better care of it. And that's one of the reasons why it's improved. So
yeah.
Moisturizing, you need the moisture. So they have a deeper, intense moisturizer, the more that you can go. And then they've got the oily skin. So just ask one of us if you're watching and you just need some help. What skincare do I go for? We can answer. We've all kind of tried it out over the years because they go out of stock and then you have to try the other kinds. So you get to try them all. I've tried them all. I haven't tried all of the art intensive, like moisture. My face is oily, so I go for the oil free products, something like that, whatever. Good washes. Okay. All right. Let's go to the third line, and that's makeup. So now we have really good skincare, like good beauty products. You've got the beauty products. Young Living actually has a whole beauty school that you go to. The Stephanie and I went to. We got to learn and pampered and learned like all of the products. It is incredible. The ingredients that are in the beauty lines is just great. You're with a really good company. No tox. It's a low tox. Okay, it's low tox. You're good. You don't have to worry. So here's so now we got the makeup. Okay, and I'm just going to talk about my story because I did switch out my diet. I did switch out. So I had a good gut. I don't know what was going on with so I had a good gut. My hormones were like very much changing. I started using the Progestins Plus hormone stuff. I stopped with the DIY face products and I started with the Art Trio, which is their face wash system for like every age. Okay. It wasn't helping. I still had major cystic acne. So I switched out my makeup. I don't know. It might've been the makeup, but everything started changing for me. So I started having clear skin. My skin could breathe. It was happy. If I got an acne, it would breathe. It would be clean by the next day. I could clean it out and it wasn't clogged. A lot of the makeup products have, even my natural stuff I was using had products that have known problems. Okay, so bye Twyla. See you later. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I did get the mascara. I'm wearing this. This is all I'm wearing. I love it. It's so natural, so light. I do have the mascara. I forgot to get that. So let me just tell you real quick, Savvy, I have a whole list of ingredients. They've actually banned the most amount of chemicals to like 2,500 chemicals banned. So they may be the cleanest makeup line right now on the market. So there's no petrochemicals, no talc, no parabens, no phthalates, no gluten, no nanoparticles, no metals, no dyes, no fragrances, and no bismuth. Bismuth was the ingredient that is in another natural makeup company. It causes skin problems and clogging. Okay, but Young Living has really cool products, and in their powder line, which is probably the cleanest, I love it. Has aspen bark, kaolin clay, mica, and minerals. Okay, that's it. And the mica is what colors it and shines it and all the things. So I switched out my powder. This is a bronzer. And I have the concealer on. That's it. I don't need the foundation because my skin is so much more balanced because of Bloom. By the way, I have to share my 30-day challenge with you guys. Bloom, like cleaned up the redness right here. For other people, the Bloom line and the Sheer Lame have dark spots they can work on, but I'm pretty sure my freckles, you can't take those away. I'm going to keep my freckles. So, but my redness is completely clear. I don't have to worry about it. So, I love, so yes, well, yeah. So I have then the concealer, I have a little bronzer on, I have the makeup eyeshadow palette and the brushes, which are really good and they will last there. I've never used expensive brushes. I bought them for free with rewards points. So I think that's cool. So I treat myself there. The palette I actually use to darken my eyebrows. So I have the eyebrow darkening, as well as all the other colors on my eyes, just a light little natural color, and then the mascara. So the new mascara, Debbie, is so much better, like so much better. I think there's still coconut oil in it. So I know you have your daughter has, Holly can't do probably still has coconut oil in it, but the mascara is really good. And it's basically waterproof. I mean, when I wash my face, I have to actually wash my face and eyes because it will stay overnight. Try the makeup one thing at a time on your ER. Just get one thing at a time and start trying little pieces of the makeup. And I did try the liquid foundation. So the liquid foundation I love. It's the best liquid foundation out there that I've tried. So I don't need it. I don't wear it a lot so anymore. Isn't that cool to say? After 2 years of like battling skin problems, I'm so happy to say I just feel happy in my skin. Thank you. We can also just be happy with who we are. So I'm more confident too. Yeah, all the foundation is out of stock. I mean, I still like the powder. I actually think I like the powder better because it feels lighter. The liquid foundation is heavy on the skin. So like definitely like it covers really well. Has anybody tried the liquid foundation? Okay. Okay, so here's my thought of liquid. It is amazing coverage. It has an amazing look. It feels airbrushed. So if you're used to that, if your kids or anybody like try the foundation when it comes back in stock. I'm sorry, it's out of stock because there's millions of customers. It'll be back. It'll be back. Yeah. All right. Any other things and products you want to know about? Put it in the comments. I would love to know one thing you want to try from this list. Did you want to try? Oh, I forgot to talk about the lipstick and eating lead. You know, those chemicals in the lipstick. Well, there's no lead in our lipstick. There's no lead in our lip gloss. Isn't that awesome? It is all crush up rock. Awesome. We are total hippies here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through real quick the different options. If you are on Essential Rewards, you can get the Thieves bundles and save money. So there's a Thieves Essential Rewards bundle so that you can get your rewards points. It is the best deal. And I think you like save $50 or something like that. If you're not a member, get a starter kit because the starter kits are the best bang for your buck. The starter kits are so cheap for Thieves products. And if you join Essential Rewards at checkout, you'll actually get $10 back, 10 points, and a free oil. So it's a phenomenal, get the starter kit. The starter kits are now, they actually dropped the price of Thieves. It's $125 now. Let's see. Oh, but there's also a way you can do it if you want more Thieves products. You can just get the basic kit, which is $35. And then you can add on the Thieves Cleaning Kit, which is cool. Has anybody gotten the Thieves Cleaning Kit? I have. It is a cool stainless steel bucket and a bag to hold all the oils, and a rag, and then 5 oils and Thieves Cleaner. It's really cool. It's a really good deal. So that you can get as a new member. So tell your friends, and then also tell your friends about the basic kit, and then they can add on if they want to go all makeup. They do the basic kit for $35 and they get a free oil and all the things, products in there in the basic kit. And then they can add on and add their own products. Yay, I'm glad you want to try the liquid. If you want to get a sample of the liquid, Amanda, I can send that to you so you can try it on the skin and feel it. It's really cool. It's a really cool feel. Really beautiful, softening and stuff. Okay, and that's it. Here's our giveaway, you guys, for showing up. I'm going to add you in the giveaway. I'm giving away a Citrus Fresh and dryer balls. If you already have dryer balls, then gift them out to your friends or use them. Actually, I have 2 sets because I lose them. And so it's actually beneficial to have more. so I'll send you an oil and a Citrus Fresh for showing up tonight. And if you comment, if anybody hasn't watched the replay, watch the replay in our event. And in our event, I will Citrus Fresh, right? And paint, it helps with paint, apparently. I will, if you're in the event tomorrow and the next day, I will be posting Thieves recipes and DIYs that you can do, all low tox, and you can get your stuff, okay? Thank you all. Thank you for coming. And Justine, thanks for popping on. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Sandra. Thanks, Amanda. Thanks, Debbie. No, it's not every night. Okay. It's just, video is just tonight, and then I'll post different posts throughout the week just so you can see it. You can learn more about Thieves and the
in the same event. Is that where we're going to post it?
Yes.
Okay.
So Tori, I think you should share all your scientific studies that you did, experiments in the event. Just I think you can share a link to it to see it. It's really cool. Your chicken and your broccoli experiment. And then Stephanie, if you have anything, guys, if you want to share more chemical free stuff, I would love to see it. Low tox stuff. So, okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good night. See you later. Bye.